In this video, we learn how to refresh the tabs in Lightning Console app using Workspace API. So let's go to our VS Code. Let's create a new Lightning Web component. We'll call it as refresh focus tabs, focus tab. And in this, first we'll go to the meta file. We'll update API version to 60 is exposed to true and set the targets. Then we'll go to the HTML file. We'll create a Lightning card and we'll give the title refresh focus tab. We'll add a div with class SLDS padding around medium, and here we'll create a lightning button. Give the label refresh tab. We'll add the method on click. We'll say refresh tab handler. We'll create this method, get called on click of a button. Now the first thing we need to check whether it's a console navigation app or not. So we'll say import is console navigation. We'll get this from lightning slash platform workspace API. For this we need a wire service, so we'll import the wire. We'll say wire is console navigation. We'll store this property in a variable is console app. I'll change this time the variable name is console app, and when we click on this button we'll make sure do the functionality only if it's a console app. Then the next thing is to refresh the tab. We have a method called refresh tab. We'll import that and we'll call it here with the tab ID. Now to get the tab ID we need another method called get focused tab info. We will call this method as well, and these methods are like our promises. So basically we need to add a wait in front of both, and if you are using a wait inside a method, your method should be async. And get focus info will return an object. From that object we're going to do the destructuring and take out the tab ID. So once we get the tab ID of the focus tab, then we will pass that tab ID to the refresh tab, and it's also a promise call, so we'll add the await here. By default refresh tab method refresh all the tab and the sub tab, but if you want to explicitly mention, you can add another property here. We can call it as include all sub tabs. True. If you will not pass it, that still works, but at some point you don't want to refresh sub tab, you can set it as false. So let's deploy this and see whether tab refreshing is working or not. It is deployed. Let's place this component on the page. So let's edit the page. I'll drag the refresh focus tab to the top. Hit save. Once it's saved, hit back. And now here, when we do a refresh, you'll see a spinner for a while, which means it's refreshing. You see, it is refreshing. And just to test that, let me add something here in the post. And let's try to refresh the tab. Let's see whether the text will go away or not. You see the text is gone. So the tab is refreshing, and that's how we do the tab refresh. In real time, you might have a scenario where you need to You have a custom LWC placed on the console app, and after doing certain functionality you want to refresh the tab. So internally, after the call completes, you can call this method which will refresh the app. So that's how refresh workspace API method works. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video.